Hi, this is Christy from birdmentor.com, where I teach advanced skills to beginning birders, and thanks for joining me today. So we've had some pretty strong spring winds over the last couple of days, which you'll probably see throughout this video. And it got me thinking about this story that a gentleman from northern Indiana wrote into me about just a couple weeks ago. He told me that he was on the Christmas bird count sometime in January, and he spotted this large raptor hovering over a rural field. And when he stopped to point it out to the local bird guru who was in their group, the man knew right away which hawk this was. And he said that the guy knew partially because of the markings of the bird, but mostly it was the behavior of the bird that really keyed him into which hawk it was. Now, knowing just a little bit about bird behavior can take you a long way in learning to identify the birds. So I'd like to start by talking about 3 different flight patterns of the birds of prey. There is gliding, and that's where a bird doesn't flap its wings at all. Only large raptors with large wingspans can do that. The next is hovering, and that can be accomplished in 2 different ways. Either the bird will flap its wings really fast, you can think of like the American kestrel or a hummingbird, or you can also accomplish it by finding like a cliff or a steep hillside where there's a strong wind current, and then the birds can just kind of ride on that current. And the last is diving, and you want to think of like the quintessential peregrine falcon that just is like diving from a really high distance down to catch its prey, or a bald eagle or something like that. Now, in our example from the northern Indiana Christmas bird count, the bird was described as hovering over a rural field. So there were no cliffs around, and therefore it had to be a bird who's known for hovering by flapping its wings, right? A behavior like hovering is not something that all birds, or all raptors for that matter, do. So by learning which raptors hover, you narrow your choices down significantly. So something that you can do right away is to get to know the behavior patterns of the birds of your area. Start really simple. You can just choose 3 of the raptors of your area and learn their behavior. Read the description in your field guide. Go online. Try, and any chance you get, if you see one of them flying, just watch them for as long as you can. Out of the large raptors found in northern Indiana in the winter, which ones hover? Now, I'm not asking to hear from just those of you who already know the answer. I'd like you all to give it a shot, and the process that you're going to go through to try and figure this out is honestly one of the best exercises for learning more about birds. So please give it a try. And when you have your best guesses, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. Now also, any of you who have a story of a bird who's recently taught you a lesson, please head on over to the Bird Mentor Facebook page and share your story there so that all of us can learn from it. And until next week, please get out there and help spread some bird love in the world.